Yo, what's up, family? It's another edition of Comic Cons, and we got the Versus series going strong, man. I see that a lot of y'all been taking a liking to that, so we're gonna keep it going. I might switch it up next week. I think I got the General, my bro 7-8 coming on, I believe next week. So probably the week after that, hopefully we could get back to the verses or me and my brothers will playing something. But let me bring both of the co-hosts in here. Mac, man, what's going on, man? How you doing? Derek Gaines,
Man,
how you doing?
man, what's going on, Brody?
What's going on, fam? And Derek Gaines, man, what's going down, bro?
Man, I'm upset, man. I want to know how my team didn't win today. Uh, Notre Dame lost yesterday. Man, that was funny. That was funny. Notre Dame losing, but I'm a little under the weather. I've been under the weather the whole weekend. Still recovering from my eye surgery. It is it's pain is pain, man, no matter where it is in the body. But I said I'll be here, and I'm here.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you and we're glad you're here. Hopefully we can cheer you up with this, going on. And yeah, man. Let me get in the chat real quick. Salute to Pooh Man and D Man. They in the house rocking strong with us. And today we gonna talk about two crazy powerful characters. Uh I guess we gonna try to find out who could win and who can't because we got Mephisto going up against Trigon. So this is gonna be a good one. Y'all know the rules of the rounds. First round is origin and background. Second one is strengths and abilities. And then you talk about what you feel like is your opponent's weakness. And then the final round is why you feel like the person will win. So we're gonna start it off. I wish I had that digital coin flip. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it one day.
I
But
know we need it.
um,
Well, who went first last time?
Last time you did,
oh,
I yeah.
okay, okay. And then from there, the next person had to go first.
Okay,
So you gonna go first this time, Matt?
it don't matter.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, man.
all right. So we gonna get a floor to Matt real quick. He gonna explain the background story, and yeah, man. And then after that, Derek Gaines going. Well, first off, Mac is representing the Marvel side.
Yeah,
He's gonna do Mephisto, and Derek Gaines is gonna hold it down for Trigon. So yeah, man. So we're gonna get into it.
all right, all right. So I'm gonna start. Normally, I tell y'all when they first appear. I am gonna get into that, but I'm gonna go into his background. Mephisto is an extra dimensional demon. Um, he rules a fiery pocket dimension they call Hell or Hades, but it is not the hell from the Christian religion, nor is it the Hades from the Greek mythology with the Olympic gods. Mephisto called his extra dimension realm hell in order to exploit Earth humans being in order to exploit Earth humans to believe in a single being of absolute evil. He's often referred to as Satan, who rules such a realm. Mephisto resembles the traditional visual concept of the devil. he's not Lucifer. So y'all don't get that twisted with him and Lucifer. They do call him Satan in the comics, but he is not. It is a Lucifer in the comics who is the actual devil. But Mephisto is a little different. Um, he also calls himself to be called named the human. He allows himself to be called names that humans give him in concept of the devil, such as Mephisto, which is a shortened version of I can't even pronounce it, but Mephistopheles, and that name is given to the devil in the false legend, and also a possible fallen angel. Um, his true Mephisto's true origin get lost a lot in comics because they changed it up a few times. Um, but he's a primary entity known as the Nemesis that was born at the beginning of time and was also alone in the universe at the first cosmos. He was alone when they created the Infinity Stones, while Mephisto was still young in the form of a fly. He witnessed the Celestials, known as the progenitor and Horde. He witnessed them uh, become or being created at that time. According to Lilith, in the form of a snake, he tricked Mephisto tricked Adam and Eve into partaking in the fruit of the tree of knowledge. That was according to Lilith. Lilith is also in the you see her in the comic book. She's one of Ghost Rider's protagonists. Um, they talk about him in the early days from the 1 million BC Marvel stories. You see him fighting the wind. You see him fighting people like Iron Man, Silver Surfer, Thanos, uh, Galactus, Doctor Doom. He's fought Kang the Conqueror, Apocalypse, the Avengers. Um, who else? He's fought Hela. He's fought the Silver Surfer. Matter of fact, speaking of the Silver Surfer, um, Mephisto was originally he made his first appearance in Silver Surfer #3, December 1968. He was created by Stan Lee and John Buscema, and he was a demon character from the false legend. You see him as one of the main protagonists in the Ghost Rider. He was the one that actually created the Johnny Blaze version of Ghost Rider. He was the one that put the spirit of vengeance in Johnny Blaze to actually save Roxanne. Now, the Carter Slade version was by Lucifer. So you're gonna see those in different storylines how Ghost Rider was created. Um, I'm not sure if he was the one that gave the 1 billion BC Ghost Rider his spirit of vengeance, but I do know he was the one that gave Johnny Blaze the spirit of vengeance. Um, he was responsible for um, the. I'll get into those later. What's something else I can give you guys about Mephisto? Mephisto's been made appearances in the Fantastic Four in the 1972 and 75 editions. He made appearances in Thor #310 in 1981. Um, he's fought Vision and the Scarlet Witch. He was also a part of the Secret Wars 2. He was in Daredevil comics. He was in Avengers. He was a protagonist in some Avenger comics. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Friendly Spider-Man, the Sensational Spider-Man series, the Incredible Spider-Man series. Um, he's been a villain in in Doom series. Uh, and he's just about in. I think he's been a part of almost every Marvel superheroes universe. He was a Black Panther villain. Um, he was a Thing villain. his son, he's Blackheart's dad. Another one. If y'all know who Blackheart is, if y'all watched the first Ghost Rider movie, Blackheart, the protagonist, Mephisto is his dad. So that gives y'all another story background. I'll I'm gonna stop there because I can go on because it's really Mephisto has a big origin and storyline, but that kind of gives y'all the gist of who he is, and he's a real powerful being, like extremely powerful. Like he's more powerful than people like Cain the Conqueror. One thing that I've read, and this is something that they've actually mentioned about him, is that this will give y'all a kind of hint of how powerful he is that Thanos without the gauntlet has less than a 1% chance of beating Mephisto. Mephisto is probably the most powerful villain, well, one of the most powerful villains in the Marvel Universe. He's tried to take down the Beyonders by himself. And y'all know how powerful the Beyonders is if y'all are comic books, are into comic books like we are.
Yes, sir.
The Beyonders have killed, killed what's my man with the four faces? I can't think of his name right now. The Living Tribunal. The Beyonders killed the Living Tribunal. So that shows y'all how powerful the Beyonders are and how powerful Mephisto is. And Mephisto went head to head with the Beyonders. Not one, all of them. And it was a nice, yeah. So, yeah. But I digress. I'll let you go.
So you landing right there.
Yeah, I'm going to stop.
Let me just shout out Tay Tay and Eric Jordan. Um, you got anything on that, Derek, or you just want to start your round, Mister Game?
Well, he mentioned Lilith. Um, that's an old Jewish mythology that I came
Yeah.
across just purely by accident one day, and I wanted to know who was Lilith. And
The first woman.
it's more than Greek and Roman theology out there. Then the ones we know about was Zeus and who was the other one? I think it was Apollo in Rome. Zeus was in Greek. Um, it's amazing how when you get into the origin of things, how things crisscross paths a lot. But yeah, Mephisto is he's a handful. He's a handful. Um, not to saying that he doesn't have his weaknesses. Hopefully, I can exploit that later. Uh, I'm not going to do any more aces up my sleeve because I did that last week and I it didn't work out so well.
Hey, but you did try
So
though. You did try.
I did try it. My grandmother would say nothing beats a failure but a try.
Man,
Let's see.
my
My
football coach said
guy
you ain't
is
trying if you ain't cheating.
Trigon.
Okay.
Let me get into the history of Trigon. He was created by Merv Wolfman and George Perez. Trigon appeared in New Titans February 1981. Then he was in Swamp Thing Volume 2, issue 30 in November 1984. Trigon has 7 children. Um, all his children represents the seven deadly sins. Uh, Raven is his favorite, which is pride. Trigon is the physical manifestation of evil and darkness. Um, born in born out of the energy of Azrath. Yeah, that took me a while to. I heard it so many times. I'm like, oh, so that's how it's spelled. Um, and a cast of evil human souls. Trigon is the spawn of a celestial aliens known as divine, and after merging with the heart of darkness, uh, Trigon ate the heart of darkness. Trigon absorbed the collective evil for nearly 100 galaxies. This guy is he has his own realm, but he wants to conquer this realm using Raven as his vessel, so to speak, because she has a very unique power of subjugation. He wants to use that power. Um, I really don't think this guy has any weaknesses. I get into his power later, but this guy he's just straightforward. I read all I could read about him, and it's like this guy is the physical manifestation of evil. He is like the top deity in DC Comics. I really don't know why they haven't touched on it. We talked about this before. How come DC Comics is just skipping around some powerful characters they have to go with the ones we know, uh, especially the last in the Justice League movie. It was all about Thanos, not Thanos, but Darkseid, and we didn't really get to see Darkseid do anything. But this guy, his history is just pure evil. His every thought is evil. Um, I don't know where the why they as I said he has seven children, and each one of his children represent the seven deadly sins, and each one of his children holds a realm. So he wants to conquer all realms, starting with this one. Um, this guy, he will be a handful for anybody. I get into his powers later, and because I don't want to give away too much. But this guy, he's just like, yo, he might not even look at Mephisto like he's a problem. I think if I can remember, there was a Constantine anime where they put Trigon versus Darkseid. I I can't remember what it was called, but I think it had Constantine, the Justice League, and they were going up against Darkseid, and they brought out Trigon, and he just wiped the floor with Darkseid. It was like it wasn't even a problem for him. So and Darkseid, he didn't have that what's it called, that something equation, and but still it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. And sorry if I don't sound too exuberant. I haven't been feeling well, but I'm here, and I wanna make sure my guy comes out on top. Let's do it.
So you finished, bro,
Yes,
and
sir.
salute to Alexander X and Kofa for stopping through. Appreciate y'all. Um,
Salute, chat. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting my brother and Kofa, Eric Jordan, Tay Tay, Puma 313, Alexander X. Thank you. Thank you for
Um,
showing up.
just for a heads up, they had in a crossover comic they did have Dormammu versus Trigun, and yes, they did have a Trigun versus Dark Side. I forgot which comic it is.
Yeah, I knew I saw it. I actually watched it, Um, even though Trigon was only in the show towards the end, he still handled Darkseid like he was nothing.
But it's also was just the Avatar Dark Side. It wasn't Dark Side.
Okay,
So it's still, yeah, he handled the Avatar like it was nothing. But I don't think Trigon beats Dark Side. It's
okay.
just
I'm gonna
Avatar.
try to find it. I'm gonna try. I wish it was more to go on. Like man, I wish there was more to go on, like watching the anime shows like Justice League and stuff like that, man. I wish they did. We were talking about how there's so many characters they just are not hitting on. They're skipping around for whatever reason. We should have been had Galactus out.
I agree.
And
Yeah, I
we
agree.
and we should have been had uh Trigon level on DC. I know after Darkseid, I don't know anybody else. We should have had that Green Lantern planet go up against the Celestial planet that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was on. That would be awesome. But I know more about the Celestial planet than I know about the Green Lantern planet. Because there, it's just so many. Maybe that's the problem. There's so many characters. They just dancing around them.
Yeah.
Salute Amanize. Appreciate you showing up, sis.
Hello,
Uh,
I'm in Oz.
Salute Queen 71.
Hey Queen. Hey Tay Tay.
Um, so I ain't got nothing else on this round before we get ready to go. And I remember trying like one
Hey, D man stupid talking about you gonna see his weakness in a minute. D man, stay out. I got my, you know what I'm saying. I be, you know, don't give up the sauce.
Oh, okay, man. Let's
Didn't Trigon in the comics have 3 eyes instead of four?
No, he had four.
He had four.
always have four. Yeah, I think he always have four.
I've
Unless
I've, I've
you,
always remember him having four.
I mean, I do too. Even in the series when
Mhm.
broke out of the crystal on Raven's forehead, and then Raven kind of like mutated, and then he like kind of got unleashed. But yeah, that's another story for another day. Um, so I guess round two, since Mac went first, Derek, you up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
This. Oh, let's see. Let me see. Go ahead.
You ready? You ready, Derek?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you said hold on. Yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
ready.
no. I said no. I said it's on you. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
uh,
Um,
strength and ability.
this guy has superhuman strength relative to his size. So if Trigon decides to go is bigger, he just gets stronger. He has for whatever size he takes. He has speed, agility, and anything that has to do with speed. He has it. I would imagine he can even tap into the speed force because he is a deity. Of course, he has stamina. This guy has he has situational awareness. Basically, he senses everything. Again, he's a deity. He is one of the most powerful deities in DC Comics. He has durability. He has intelligence. His goal is to unite all seven realms. Remember when I said He has 7 kids. Each one of them has a realm, and he wants to start with Raven. This guy has he can manipulate energy. He can siphon energy. He has energy projectile. This guy, he's he can't be beat on what Sid Vicious used to say, on my worst day you can't beat me. And this guy on his worst day, he can't be beat. He can't be beat. I don't see how Mephisto can beat this guy, and because Mephisto's powers um depends on if you make the deal. He Mephisto is the Monty Hall of Marvel Comics. Let's make a deal. He provides you an opportunity, and if you want it, you have to sign your name in blood. I don't think how he can get Trigon to make a deal with this guy is he's all about power. Even in Marvel Comics, there are deities over Mephisto. For example, the one above all. I don't see that in DC Comics. I see Trigon being the pinnacle and everybody else being underneath him. The guy, he just can't be beat. He has no known weaknesses that I saw that can be manipulated to the point where he can he will lose the fight. He keeps going after the Teen Titans because he wants to use Raven again. His children represent the 7 deadly sins, and Raven represents pride, and she has the power that she could subjugate the whole realm, and he wants to use that. He just don't want to give it to Raven like, okay, I conquered this realm. Here you go. I'll be back. Nah, this guy, he has plans within plans. He is the omega level of Batman when it comes to thinking. Again, he just don't see how he can be beat. The his spear, his staff that he carries, focuses his power, but he's good without it, and he doesn't need to go into saying that chant that Raven says before using her powers and everything. He is the personification of power. He's the manifestation of everything evil. If you go back to the Thundercats and you go into Mamra, Mamra said, "As long as evil exists, I'm gonna live." So in universe and in universes, because he devoured the heart of darkness and became everything that he was trying to become. And even at his start, he had, I guess you could say, a divine start. This guy, he can't be beat. I don't understand why DC is not making anything about this guy. Even if they make the last Batman anime was called Death Comes to Gotham. That's the darkest I've seen. Why not do this? Why not do this? They have Constantine. Why not do this? I don't understand it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But Mephisto cannot beat this guy. As far as Mephisto weakness, I had to look into it, and he is downright powerful. But um,
Don't give it away yet, Derek. Don't give it away yet.
don't give away.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't do my ace in the hole no more because I tried that last week and it didn't go well.
yeah. Don't
It-
give it away yet. I gotta stop you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't skip the round. Yeah, yeah. Y'all gonna give away. Then when we get to that round and y'all ain't got no more swords.
okay, I'll stop right there. This guy, he's the just evil. He's just evil. Every thought is evil. He's just evil incarnate. That's the best way I could describe it. Evil incarnate.
So you basically telling me the only way Mephisto wins is if he's in his realm. That's what basically you told me. If they any other realm,
Mephisto has other weaknesses than that. That is a major weakness, but it is not his only weakness. Um,
okay, I don't want you to give it away. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't. All right. Mac, you back?
I'm here.
Okay. You got
I'm here.
anything on powers and abilities that you think Derek forgot or anything like that?
No, Derek did a good job.
Yeah, he did. That was a good round. For somebody
Thank
that
you,
ain't
man.
feeling good, that was a good round. Thank you.
Hey,
All
so,
right, Mac.
all right.
Hold on.
So
Yeah, don't go.
you
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. So,
y'all ready?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. I didn't know. It was, you know what I'm saying. So look, Mephisto. He is an extremely powerful immortal demon. Um, he has the power. Well, he has a lot of power. Forces of magic. Number one. He has superhuman physical attributes like shape shifting and side shifting, projecting illusions, manipulating memories, and altering time and reality. He also has he's highly resistant to injuries. Uh, he has a very high regenerating healing factor. Um, he has the ability to recover quickly. Um, he does energize better uh, when he's in the human realm. Um, let me see what's he's symbolically linked to a considerably more powerful when he's in his own realm. He's more energized in the human realm, but he's more powerful when he's in his own realm. Like like Derek pointed out, you know, when he's in his own realm, that's probably the only way he said that's probably his only way he can defeat Trigon. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that is. I'm gonna say it's close either way. I don't care um, what side he's on. Um, he's done Mephisto's done some wild things in the comics, and that's what made me kind of really think that he would be a formidable opponent for somebody like Trigon. Uh, he's uh, he's I think was it he was a part of the creation of Galactus. You know, like that shows you how strong he is. Uh, if Mephisto's physical form is destroyed, he'll regenerate and reform in his own domain. So you can't kill him. He gets stronger when he acquires more souls. Uh, what's another good thing about him? Um, I wrote down a lot, so you know I'm trying to go through everything, and I'm looking. He uh he was the force behind one of the Canes and his extermination of Reed Richardson, the Fantastic Four. So Mephisto is an underrated, powerful person. I can tell you. I know you was getting into some weaknesses of Mephisto, but I can tell you he had one of the weaknesses of Trigon, which I'm not going to say,
I was gonna say,
is
Mac, don't
I'm
do
not.
me.
I can't say mine. I hold mine to the end. But I'm just gonna say one of the weaknesses of Trigon, like his actual weaknesses, is is something that does not affect Mephisto whatsoever. And I think this is a major factor. And I in the comics, when Robin went to save Raven, he beat Trigon by himself. So I know it's a possibility that somebody like Mephisto can beat Trigon. Especially when somebody who has no powers at all, like Robin. Robin has nothing. He's just agile and smart. Well, I ain't gonna say smart. He's a born leader. I I I I'm I'm pretty sure Mephisto has a great chance of beating Trigon, but it's vice versa. In this one, I'm pretty even, but I lean towards Mephisto because I feel like it's because of I believe Mephisto is smarter than Trigon, and we talked about the brute force and smart. They they both have the, the strength and they're both brutes, but in this case, Mephisto is more manipulative. He's he is Satan basically. He's not Lucifer, but he is Satan. So his whole game is he's a snake oil salesman. You know what I'm saying? He can sell air on earth. He's trying to get more souls and more souls and more souls so he can get more powerful and more powerful and more powerful to take over the realm. And he's been here since the beginning of time, so he's doing it. But that's all I got for you on this one.
That was pretty good. Act,
Yeah, that was.
that's pretty
Oh,
good.
my bad. Yeah. That was my bros is giving a calm spill today for y'all, man.
Yeah,
So
we had to go. So we
deliver.
had to. This was a short one, so we had to be real in depth and really be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
I got.
I thought y'all had a whole week. Y'all could have
Oh, we had all week. Oh boy, man,
Oh man, we still be talking if we had a whole week,
for real, like I did last week.
right? You give us a whole week, we might tell you Mac said, what issue, what page, what panel. He said what?
Yeah.
sir. Um, shoot, man. I know y'all been waiting for the third round, Mac. It's about to be on you, and then Derek, he go first.
You want me to go ahead?
No.
Okay.
It's Mac turn.
Oh
Mac.
yeah, it's
Okay.
my turn to go first. So,
Mac. All right. Okay. Let me just
so what do I do on my phone? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I put my phone down and I had to look for it. All right,
so you ready?
I'm ready. One of Trigon weaknesses, and it's it's a strange weaknesses, especially speaking
My
to
fault,
somebody like
Mac. Let me salute Joe Townsend. My bad.
I want to
Hey,
hear
y'all was go ahead, Mac. I'm sorry.
no. Okay, speaking of Trigon, and we talking about his weaknesses. He got a weird weakness. I know it's crazy as it sounds, but he has a weird weakness. Do you know he has a vulnerability to theology? And that's weird because we're both talking about demons. And I'm talking about Mephisto, you talking about Trigon. Mephisto doesn't have a problem with theology. He doesn't have a problem with church. He doesn't have a problem with the holiness, God, none of that. Because he's an interdimensional demon. He's not from the Christianity's hell. He has his own hell that he's created. He's an interdimensional being. So it doesn't bother him. But somebody like Trigon can't go inside of a church without catching fire and burning up in a short period of time. His body will catch fire. He can't go on any type of. He's vulnerable to being on holy ground. He can't deal with holy water. Um, he he let Robin kill him when Robin was saving Raven. Like it was a three part season finale when he killed um in Teen Titans when he killed Trigon. You look at uh he can't you could by he can be beaten by a rival demon because it's something about that rival demon that spreads his forces too thinly, and I guess the comparison of power it leaves him desperately weak, so he can be beaten by a rival demon. Is but and that's weird. That's weird weakness. I know a lot of times it doesn't talk about it, but that's a weird weakness to have, especially when going up against somebody like a Mephisto. So when you look at that, it makes you wonder, damn, can he beat Mephisto? Because we've seen where he's fought other badass characters, as in Dark Side. Hell, he fighting Teen Titans by himself, but having those type of weaknesses, but being that powerful, it's kind of it's weird to me.
You done, Mac?
Yeah, I'm done on that one.
Okay. All right.
I guess like Superman, they had to they had because Superman from the 80s and 90s, he's not the Superman now. The Superman now, especially in animes and comics, he's weaker. So they had to, I guess, to give him a reason to be weak. I don't know, that is a weird weakness to have. But my thing, where's my
You think
thing?
Mephisto gonna bring him to a church?
I know.
See that? That's what. I ain't trying to help nobody, but I just can't.
That's why I was asking that, was Mephisto behind Inferno? Because in the comics, Inferno, uh, Jean Grey got married to a deity in a church, and I think they did that storyline, like I said, after the Dark Phoenix saga. Uh, I think, oh, can the Phoenix Force beat Mephisto? Hmm. That's a, that's
That's
something. And
interesting. That's interesting.
Immutable Force, which is the Phoenix Force, beat Mephisto. I guess it depends on which body the Phoenix Force takes. Um,
You ready?
here's my weaknesses. Yeah,
Yeah.
here's my weaknesses for Mephisto. Mephisto needs the people to deal with him to use his power. Um, like Johnny Blades, like if you go back and watch the Ghost Rider movie, Mephisto healed his dad of cancer, but he had to sign his soul over, and which came in use, and he gave him the Ghost Rider spirit of vengeance. So if you don't deal with Mephisto on any level, he can't use his power. Again, the longer he stays away from his dimension, the weaker he gets. That is, for all powerful deity who is into manipulation and all that, being away from your realm shouldn't make you weak, but again, it does, and I thought that was a strange weakness that Trigon could exploit. Unless Mephisto can could trick. Trigon, try to say that 10 times fast. Uh, into him going on holy ground. I thought about that. Well, if the guy has situational awareness and he won't allow Mephisto to trick him into going on holy ground or using his devices against him. And I think a major flaw of Mephisto is that he cannot stand happiness. He can't stand love. We were talking about how he made a deal with Peter Parker, and long as Peter Parker did what he wanted to do, he had to give up Mary Jane. That was the deal he made with Mephisto. He couldn't stand the fact that Peter Parker and Mary Jane were still together. I don't know. It irked him. Also, Thor went up against Mephisto, and Thor freed his people, and basically Thor radiated his goodness towards Mephisto, and it weakened him to the point where he had to go back to his realm. So Thor, if you can remember back in the 80s, the Care Bears will all line up and give him the Care Bears stare, and all the goodness poured out and attack the evil person or people. So Thor did his thing of a Care Bear stare and made Mephisto flee. I don't see that in Trigon. I see he's a master manipulator on a cosmic scale. Um, I don't know why he has chosen Raven, but again, all his children have their own realms. There are 7 in the DC comics, and the realm that Raven is where the main storyline Earth is. So he wanted to conquer that, and then use that to conquer the other realms. In the comics, he did use Raven to kill her brothers, who were the other deities. So I think even with a strange handicap that DC gave Trigon, I still think he beats Mephisto. It won't be easy. It won't. I mean, with these two guys, is who is going to trick the other person the best. You can't beat them, like bludgeon to death. You can't siphon their powers because both of them are master manipulators, and using their powers is who can trick the other one the best. And Mephisto already has problems with the Silver Surfer. He always had problems with Spider-Man, and at one time he had problems with the X-Men. Um, the guy has problems wherever he goes, and I think if they ever do,
It's the truth. He has but see, Mephisto is crazy as it sounds. That
uh,
Marvel utilizes Mephisto more than DC utilizes Trigon,
that
which
is
I
so
think
true.
I wish DC has 3 characters that they should utilize a whole lot more.
Uh,
Lucifer Morningstar, they should. I don't even know why they don't utilize him. They had a whole TV show about him.
yeah, they
If
did.
y'all didn't know, the Lucifer TV show, that's a DC movie. That's a DC TV show. That's based off the Lucifer character in DC Comics that DC don't even utilize like they should.
Well, Marvel did the same thing with Legion.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
Marvel did,
did.
yeah, I would
Yes,
like
they did.
Legion.
and
I actually like Legion.
I like Legion the comics. I didn't like Legion the show because it was too many. How can I say? Uh, Easter eggs that never hatched. It was just enough to keep you interested because it was a Marvel character, but it wasn't enough to keep the show going for more than what, one season, maybe two. And I think the same thing with Lucifer. That the Fox, that's when Fox started to get dark. That Fox had. I didn't watch the show, um, mainly because of the name. But if they would have named it like Damien Hailstorm, like from the Defenders in the comics, I would have watched it. I would have, because Damien Hailstorm was supposed to have been the son of Lucifer that decided to turn good. But I think Trigon would he would just have to manipulate that. That's crazy. That's like who can manipulate the other one the worst
Yeah,
to
that's
their
basically what it
advantage.
is.
That's basically what it is. I mean, you can't they can't beat each other up. They can't use each other's energy to. Only thing I see that Trigon may have is Raven and her
Yeah.
powers. I don't think Mephisto has quote unquote kids, but he did have the Silver Surfer, but the Silver Surfer didn't want nothing to do with him. So I
Blackheart is
don't
his
know.
son.
Yeah, Blackheart is his kid.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. This is a tough one. Last week was easy for me because I was Clayface, and this is really getting into who can be the most evil. This is really getting
That's
into
so that's really
theology.
basically what it was. Who can be the
Yeah.
most evil?
Who can be the most evil? The guy who's known to be evil, and the guy who's known to be the birth of evil in DC Comics. I don't know. I don't know. This one I don't know. Of course, since I'm representing Trigon, I would have to go with Trigon, but it'd be Trigon by hair
Yeah,
because
same. It'll be. I'm on the same wavelength as you in thinking. It'll be Mephisto by her, but mine is a little different. But
I think I can
it's
tell us why in the last round. We got the last.
but my only reason I say that is because I think Mephisto is more of a trickster than Trigon.
yeah, I
That's
could
it.
see that. I could
That's it.
see that, but
And
I,
even, like you say, even if he uses Raven, one thing that
uh-huh,
Mephisto can do, he can warp reality and
that
change
is true.
memories. But Trigon wouldn't be able to introduce anybody else. How would you introduce anybody when you fighting somebody that can warp reality, and he'll
But
mess
he
around and
can
have you fighting the people you brought?
true
So
instead
it's
of
like,
he can I, I'm I feel like when we all get together, we're doing their jobs for them, and we're doing it for free. I think that Trigon can get who's hiring him when he can't manipulate the one above all. Um, huh, who would get? I would say there we go. He maybe he can get the Phoenix Force to inhabit Raven, and that I mean that's the only way I think he can
that's a
basically out and outright beat Mephisto if he could use the Phoenix Force.
Y'all ready for the last round?
we
Yes, sir.
ready. We kind of was already into it.
Almost. Well,
I know we
just
wasn't, but we kind of was there.
Yeah.
um. So Derek, who wins and why?
Um, I think I almost said Mephisto.
I was ready. Yeah, let's
Like,
go
don't
ahead.
do
Who think
that.
gonna win?
Don't do that. You gonna give the people once I put the poll up after the show.
I think Trigon would win. Because again, he's the physical manifestation of evil in DC Comics. I mean, he's evil. Mephisto is not the physical manifestation of evil in Marvel, but he is
The creator.
powerful. Trigon, hey, he has many other devices to use. All his children are equally as powerful as Mephisto. I think it won't be. It will not be like I'm gonna beat you to death. It will be like two old guys sitting in the park playing chess, uh, seeing if you can disguise your moves before the other opponent can recognize what you're doing. And with Trigon being, situational awareness to the zenith, I don't think it will be easy, but I think Trigon would beat Mephisto. If it comes down to who uses the more power, I think Trigon could do it. But when it come down to just sitting and being very calculative, it would be Trigon, but it won't be it won't be like overwhelming victory. It'll be we have to go to the tail of the tape, because Mephisto ain't no joke. He ain't no joke, but he's not he's not physically impressive to me. When I see Trigon, I go like, yeah,
For
yeah,
real.
that's the bad guy. When I
Right.
see Mephisto, he looks like the guy that says "Get off my lawn" a lot. I'm just, I think Trigon would win. It won't be. They will have to have their own world, like the Beyonder will have to come and say, "All right, this is yours. Y'all have at it." They would have to have their own. Man, here we go. We doing their work for him. They would have to have their own world and see who wins. Trigon to have his people, Mephisto to have his people, and then bam. That's the only way it could be done. But I pick Trigon.
Yes, sir. So
One day we're gonna be able to utilize AI with our verses, and at the end of the show, have an actual fight that AI created of them two going at it.
Yeah.
But you know that I think I think in future, so y'all don't judge the way I'm thinking. Uh, I know y'all scared of AI. I'm not. It's gonna happen. It's already here. We can't change it. So I'm gonna utilize it while I can. And Skynet, if it happen, it happen. I'm war ready. So you know what I'm saying. I hope y'all prepare yourself. But let me get to the topic at hand. I It's a lot of things that I want to touch on, and I agree that Trigon is the epitome of evil in DC universe, but Mephisto is basically the creator of evil in the Marvel universe. He's the person that gave Eve the apple. He's the person that created Ghost Rider with the spirit of evil. He's the person that everyone said and Satan, even though diaspora. And one thing I will say is if we're going to see whose power going to outlast each other, that fight probably lasts. Kill Trigun. That's one thing. You can't kill him. He's just gonna be recreated back in his own world all over again. And one thing he said is that he does get weaker when the longer he's not in his realm. But the thing is, the more souls he get, the more powerful he is. And we've seen how easy it is for him to get souls. He preys on the weak.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Hmm.
you want to win the lotto? Bam. Here, you won. But you're gonna die tomorrow. you know, it's he gets those souls so easily. So it's not gonna be a thing for him to be powerful. I think the biggest thing about this verses is that it's going to come down to the trickery. We've seen in comics where Trigon has tricked. He tricked the people that created Raven. Like Raven's mom thought he was a angel, not a demon.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Facts.
just,
Facts.
it's a, you know. So we know he has the power of trickery. So I'm not gonna take that away from him. He's tricked multiple occults to have his kids, and then he goes and kills those cults and then kills the mother after the child is born. Like he's very very uh trick. Has that level of trickery. But then you look at Mephisto's level of trickery. He tricked Spider-Man to give up the love of his life to save his Aunt May, which is cool. Aunt May old already, but you gave up the love of your life. Mary Jane, you've been chasing this girl your whole high school career. Y'all was married. You gave up marriage and all of that. We've seen him. I really think Mephisto's level of trickery, because he had eons to develop it, I think his level of trickery is a little different. And we've seen how powerful he is throughout the comics. Like I mentioned, he's beating Galactus. So he's not no small level entity. He's very powerful. And me personally, I don't think it's gonna be something close. I do think it's gonna end up being by a heroine for Mephisto, because I feel like Mephisto will be the one to trick him to go somewhere with him, and they end up on holy grounds all of a sudden, and he catch fire, or he end he end up fighting somebody that's a rival demon. Those are his weaknesses: fighting his own people on Holy Land. It'll be something simple. Like you might not think it's Holy Land, but like you guys, like I said, he has the power to warp reality. If your reality look like you going to hell, but you standing on church ground, and next thing you know, you catch fire, and you wonder why you catching fire and you in your own domain, but you're not in your own domain. Like I really think that level of trickery is different, and that's why I think Mephisto will win that. But man, this was a great one.
Yeah, this was hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna put up the polls after the show.
Yes,
I
yes,
really
yes.
uh,
Huh?
appreciate my bros. This was a good one.
Yeah, it really was. I ain't gonna lie.
Good one. This is dead. You don't get no
It don't
even.
get no even in it.
Yeah, it's not it's not a clear cut victory like by 100 yards or more. It's who could trick the other one the worst or the best.
Shit.
I don't know. I don't know. Unless like you said, Mephisto has to trick Trigon into fighting his own people or going on the holy ground, and or maybe Trigon can use one of Mephisto's people against him.
Yeah,
He has a list of people who has problems with him, and what if
his own
you
son don't
know
like it.
right. Right. What if for some reason, in one storyline, because they're always doing these alternate storylines, what if one way, I like the Phoenix Force. I think that is the most powerful, immutable force out there. You know.
Who? The Phoenix Force?
But, yeah. Yeah. I do. I like the Phoenix Force, and when the Phoenix Force inhabited Jane Grey, was it Jane Grey's powers magnified by the Phoenix Force, or was that all the Phoenix? I don't know, but I think Trigon, being a master manipulator, could get somebody from either side to go up against Mephisto and then use Mephisto's weaknesses against him. Thor has already beaten Mephisto. So, I would get what if you could get what was it called? Rune Rune Thor? Rune Thor?
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, it has to be somebody stronger or as strong. It couldn't be the one above all because he's like on beyond their level. But it has to be somebody uh beneath him. I know some people in the chat like who is one above all. Uh, Basically what Loki became at the end of the Loki series.
So y'all got to think he lost to Kang is the one above all, but it's a version of Kang. It's not the Kang the Conqueror. It's an actual version of Kang. Loki became the one above all. You know what's crazy is Loki is actually more powerful than people actually realize how powerful he is.
Yeah, he
That,
is.
but I don't know who would be a good person to put him up against. But he's real powerful. He's an anti-hero, not a villain.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
Loki
a
is a
whole
master manipulator too.
man. I actually would like to see Loki versus Mephisto, but that's another story, man. I
That's
would like to
enough.
see
See,
that.
we doing Marvel's help for them. They probably listening like, yeah, let's write that. Let's do that
Marvel,
storyline.
Marvel Indy. Oh, I'm gonna keep it real. There's a lot I want to say, but I'll say it backstage. It's a lot. It's a lot. I can't help nobody. I'm just a spiritual guide, right? So like,
I will say this: the Phoenix Force ain't 100% unstoppable because it is some characters in the comics that can stop them, but
Mm.
they never just they never
Well, see,
went out on it. But it is a
I disagree with you. I don't think they stopped the Phoenix Force. I think they stopped the body it inhabited at one time or another. And for whatever reason, the Phoenix Force left them. Uh, I think because if you remember in the '80s X-Men, even after the Phoenix Force left, they had to go up against the CR Empire, the X-Men, because the Phoenix Force had destroyed worlds, and they were coming after the Phoenix Force. And even though the Phoenix Force left, they still had to go up against the X-Men because they were protecting Jean Grey. So it's again, you can't kill the Phoenix Force. It just comes back. So I don't know. I don't know. I would like to see maybe I don't know. What if Doctor Strange became the next Phoenix person? So Doctor Strange powers with the Phoenix Force powers. Huh. That's
that's
really
really
that's a storyline right there. Oh,
man. I'm looking at this. They say we might get hit with a hurricane on Wednesday.
mm,
yeah,
uh,
it got
Chicago.
cold here. It got cold here for the other day. It was like 85, 90 degrees. Now it's cold, and I got the space heater on. It's weather changing just like that.
yep. New York
Oh
too.
yeah,
It's getting
it's
chilly.
cold here. It's cooling down here too. I know me saying this temperature, y'all gonna probably land, but it's right now in Houston. It's 77 degrees with a breeze, and it's cool. The low is 69.
Let me see. Right now it's 68 degrees here.
We had a cool front come in.
It's
Yeah,
68 degrees, and
it's 63 in New York.
it's crazy, man. Just like that. Here in Cincinnati, we didn't have that many days of 90 degrees. We had a week. I think we had a week and a couple days of 90 degrees or higher. And other than that, it's been like mid 80s throughout the summer. Now it's getting cold, and I got the space heater on.
So, so y'all got anything? Y'all got anything else? Yep.
No, that's it for me. There's nothing more I can say about Trigon. I'm gonna try to find. I wish HBO had the original Teen Titans on. I can't stand that Teen Titans Go crap. I can't. So I'm gonna try to find them episodes that Trigon was in. I know he was in that Constantine Justice League. I think it's called Dark Apocalypse. I'm not sure,
It might have
but
been. I don't remember which one it was.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't got nothing else to do tonight but wash my clothes and get ready for tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Derek, give us your last, man. About to close this thing out.
Well, I enjoy this every week. Um, this was a lot tougher than last week. Um, there's no clear cut victory, and for me, is Trigon by the hair. Uh, whatever no hair noses he got. Uh, it's just it's not clear cut. Like who would win between the Juggernaut and the Hulk? And we could go and say which Juggernaut, which Hulk. We go World Breaker Hulk. We go when Juggernaut becomes Cyrax, and I'm like, yo. But these two guys, I'm gonna have to go with Trigon. Did you know there's an anime named Trigon, but it's spelled different?
Yep,
Nah,
I do. It's Trigon.
Trigun.
Yeah. Dash the Stampede.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
find out Mac know his animes too.
What you mean? I do like anime, but I was gonna talk about it.
I've been liking anime since the original Star Blazers was out. I've been watching anime since then. Fist of the North Star. Oh, that's
Yeah,
one of the
I caught on to that late. I probably watched that
that's
one.
one of the best animes you can watch.
Oh, there's so many to watch.
The original. I didn't like the one after that. But the
I didn't know they
original,
had a movie. They made
yeah,
a
I think
nasty.
they made a sequel or something. But yeah, I choose Trigon in this, and maybe our next verses will have a more definite winner. I like to thank the
Yeah.
chat for showing up and always supporting. Aminaz, D-Man, Tay-Tay, Poohman313, Eric Jordan, Alexander X, Queen. Did I mention D-Man?
Yeah, you did.
Uh, Boo D-Man. He never takes my side.
Yeah, I hope he hear this. I hope he hear this.
It
You,
could be me and Mac. And
let me
we could be talking about which trees are better, oak trees or maple trees, and he'll take Mac's side like you know.
D-Man is from Texas. I'm gonna leave it there. You know Mac is. So,
Oh, they from Texas.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
It's a
down in
Texas thing.
San Antonio, was that Lockheed Air Force Base when they went to go get Manuel Noriega from Panama. I saw the I
So you know,
saw
well, not
the
Lockheed Air Force Base. Was you in Houston?
yeah, no, I was in San Antonio. That was either Lockheed or I don't want to say Waco because it was a huge Air Force base we was at.
Well, Lockheed don't have an Air Force Base. Uh,
You said Lackland?
I
huh?
was in San Antonio.
You said Lackland? Was it Lackland?
Is it Lakeland? I,
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah,
Lackland, is
Yeah,
that what it is?
yeah.
yeah,
Lackland. Okay.
Lakeland.
71's in
Yeah, cause
military. So
yeah, cause
that's
ain't
probably why
Lockheed don't have their own Air Force base. They just do a lot of stuff for the Air Force. Cause a lot of stuff that I work on goes to Lockheed.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that big old uh jet take off. And next thing I know on the news, I was like, yeah, I saw that. I just happened to be out. My father was, my dad, he was a tech sergeant for the Air Force. And after Cheney Air Force Base closed and ran to Illinois, she got transferred down in San Antonio. So, yep. But Trigon, man, they should do a movie. They should do it, man. Call Marvel and
NDC.
and Disney and bring them to the not Disney and DC and bring them to the table. Tell them these are the people we want to see because they're not going to do a Kane the Conqueror. They not.
So basically, you want me to call Warner Brother and Disney?
Yes,
That's what you want.
yes,
All right.
yes. They're not going to do Kane the
I'll put
Conqueror
a petition. I'll put a petition together if y'all all sign it. You know what I
because
mean? They should let us roll out the character. You know, take it to
man, it's so.
and one
Why have we waited so long for a true Silver Surfer? Why have we
I
waited so
think he
long
deserved a movie. I
Yes,
for
think
he
a
does.
true?
on his
Why?
own.
Why have we? Why didn't they do Green Lantern? Why didn't they do the Green Lantern?
They did do Green Lantern. I don't know if you remember that one with Ryan Reynolds
Oh, that was horrible.
in 2011. Um,
Yeah, they should have did another one.
there was a lot of things that they did wrong. The storyline they should have used, and Mac know what I'm about to say. Brightest day, blackest night. You need to read that. That is one of
It-
the best Green
yeah,
Lantern stories
it
you will
is.
ever read in your
It
life.
is.
And they
Speaking of
got the
Green Lantern,
box set, and they give you all of the rings. See, we man, we gotta cover. We might have to cover that one day. Their games, yeah, man. I gotta put you on with that story. That is a good story. You
How
talk
you gonna
about
have a Justice League movie without Green Lantern?
I got one for you. Because speaking of Green Lantern, I was sitting here thinking about Mongo.
Mongo.
I was
That's the
actually thinking,
planet, right?
no, Mongo is a villain.
Nah, Mongo's the villain. He's actually really Superman's.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, yeah, he kind of both. He's both Superman and Green Lantern.
he did fight Green Lantern, but
Yeah,
he
he was.
became a Yellow Lantern. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But like I said, that's a whole nother.
yeah. That's a
We
whole
talk
nother day.
about that on the back end. Matt, get the
Yeah.
people your last, because
Man,
I know.
appreciate y'all coming through. Had a great time today. Had a great discussion. But y'all know it's that time to close the show. Appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to all the people that continue to support the channel. We're gonna continue to bring y'all more of these verses, more of these movie reviews, more of these comic book reviews and video game reviews right here on Comic Cons. It's your boy Stay Ready Matt. You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. And appreciate everybody that came through. You know what I mean? I appreciate. I'm gonna put the poll up on my community post. So I should have said that. I'm gonna put the poll up on my community post later. So y'all probably see it throughout the day tomorrow. If y'all subscribe to the channel and y'all could pick who y'all felt won. Mephisto represents Mac, and Trigon represents Derek Game. And we're gonna be like Mac said, we're gonna be bringing y'all a lot of stuff. The channel's been growing slowly but surely, and I appreciate it, man. I think next week it may be me and 78. I gotta hit him up because he wanted to come on the channel. We did Ninja Turtles 1. I think he wants to pull up and do Ninja Turtles 2. We had talked about that on the
Which
phone.
Ninja Turtles?
Secret of the Ooze,
Oh,
the second one.
Yeah, I might have to go and watch that so I can go and jump on the
All
platform.
right.
yeah, I've seen them all.
Yeah, so if y'all want to jump on, y'all more than welcome. But I'm gonna get ready to close it out, man. Peace. We'll be
Peace.
back next week for another Comic Cons, and yeah, man, we out of here.
Yeah.